Welcome to Max Premieres. This month arrives loaded with titles that are totally worth it. From romantic thrillers that end in murder, to modern westerns with ex-Navy SEALs, post-apocalyptic mysteries, and revenge dramas that will keep you glued to the screen. Today we're going to go through 13 major releases on different platforms, new series, and highly anticipated returns. But before starting the video, it would help me tremendously if you took a moment to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for your kind support. Number 13, 56 Days. A casual encounter at the supermarket and everything changed forever. Tiara and Oliver look at each other, like each other, and within days they're already living together. The romance is intense, passionate, one of those that consume you completely. But here's where it gets dark. 56 days after meeting, police find a body brutally murdered in the apartment. And not only that, the corpse was left there on purpose to decompose. Who killed whom? That's the question you'll be asking yourself throughout the 8 episodes. The series jumps between 2 timelines. On one hand, you see how this toxic relationship full of secrets, manipulations, and lies develops, and on the other, you follow the detectives trying to piece together the puzzle with the few clues they have. Dove Cameron and Avon Jogia have chemistry that makes you uncomfortable in the best way. You never know who's playing whom. The truth is that if you liked series like You or Behind Her Eyes, this one will hook you from the first episode and won't let you go until the end. Number 12, Vanished. Imagine this. You're on the romantic trip of your life through France with the love of your life. Everything seems perfect. The landscapes, the food, the nights together. You fall asleep on the train to Arles, and when you wake up, your boyfriend is simply gone. Vanished. Just like that. No trace, no explanation, no goodbye. That's exactly what happens to the protagonist, who has to go from love-struck tourist to improvised detective in a matter of hours. What starts as a desperate search turns into something much darker when she discovers that the man she thought she'd build a life with had secrets she never imagined. Clandestine meetings, fake names, a past that refuses to stay buried. Kaylee Cuoco leads the cast alongside Sam Claflin, and the chemistry between them works really well on screen. Note that the series was filmed in real locations in Paris and Marseille, so visually it's an absolute delight. With only 4 episodes, it's perfect for binge watching on a rainy afternoon. Number 11, Marshals. If you watched Yellowstone and were left wanting more Case Dutton, get ready, because this series is basically its spiritual continuation. The ranch no longer exists, the family is destroyed, and now the protagonist needs to find a new purpose in life. He finds it by joining an elite unit of federal marshals in Montana, where he combines his cowboy skills with his military training as an ex-Navy SEAL to hunt down the country's most dangerous fugitives. Luke Grimes returns to the role that made him famous, and seeing him in action outside the family drama works surprisingly well. Gil Birmingham also returns as Thomas Rainwater, maintaining that connection to the world we know. Well, there's a notable absence in the cast that suggests something very bad happened between seasons. The trailer hints that there's an important loss involved and that it motivates many of his decisions. Taylor Sheridan continues as executive producer, so expect that raw and violent tone that characterizes the entire franchise.
Personal agenda is always a service in some form of bid. Day's still young. Let's go.
Number 10, The Burbs. Samira and Rob are a young couple who move to the suburban neighborhood where Rob grew up, supposedly the safest town in America. Everything seems perfect until Samira starts to become obsessed with the abandoned house across the street. The neighbors tell her that something terrible happened there years ago, but nobody wants to give details. When a strange man buys the property and moves in, Samira decides to investigate on her own. With the help of her new neighbors, who turn out to be as nosy as she is, she discovers secrets from the past that endanger the entire neighborhood. The series stars Keke Palmer as Samira and Jack Whitehall as Rob. Also starring are Julia Duffy, Paula Pell, and Mark Proksch as the nosy neighbors. Justin Kirk plays the weird guy who moves into the house. The series is a reimagining of the 1989 movie with Tom Hanks, but adapted to the current era. It mixes comedy with mystery and has that tone of something's not right in this perfect suburbia that works. All 8 episodes are available together on Peacock, ideal for binge watching over a weekend. Just don't expect extreme horror. It's more mystery with tense moments and quite a bit of comedy. Number 8. The Artful Dodger, Season 2. From pickpocket child surviving on the streets of London to respected surgeon in colonial Australia of 1,850. But nimble fingers have memory, and the world of crime keeps calling loudly when you least expect it. This imaginative sequel to Oliver Twist reimagines what happened to one of Charles Dickens' most beloved characters decades after the original events. The first season ended, leaving us wanting so much more, and the second promises to take the story to new and exciting adventures. The romantic chemistry between the protagonists is absolutely undeniable. He constantly torn between his dark past and his promising future. She defying all the norms of her time to become the colony's first female surgeon. The villain's performance is simply perfect, creating a character you can't help but like a little, despite all his evil deeds. Well, the series mixes passionate romance, thrilling action, and period drama in a way that works surprisingly well in each episode. Number 7. Dark Winds, Season 4. Red sand as far as the eye can see, landscapes that seem from another planet, and crimes that mix the earthly with the supernatural in disturbing ways. That's exactly what this series set in the Navajo Nation of the 70s offers, a unique setting on television. 2 tribal police officers patrol absolutely vast territories where white man's laws don't always apply, and the ghosts of the past never rest in peace. The truth is that what makes this series special is how it deeply respects Navajo culture while telling crime stories that could happen anywhere in the world, but only work within this very specific and fascinating context. The lead performance is absolutely brilliant, a tormented man who carries his own demons while trying to bring justice to his community. It features renowned executive producers who bet on telling different stories and representing voices we rarely hear. Talented new actors join the cast for this highly anticipated 4th season. Number 6. Detective Alex Cross, Season 2. After 2 legendary actors playing the role in film, someone finally arrived who captured the true essence of the character from James Patterson's novels. The first season introduced us to a detective and forensic psychologist completely obsessed with understanding the minds of the most twisted killers, while dealing with the devastating trauma of having lost his wife in violent circumstances. In this second season, the main case involves a new mysterious vigilante who is systematically eliminating corrupt billionaires from the city. Wow, the series has really dark and disturbing moments that are definitely not for all stomachs. Renowned new actors join the cast as characters who promise to complicate absolutely everything, and the dynamic with his detective best friend remains one of the strongest points of the narrative. Amazon renewed the series even before the first season premiered, which says a lot about the confidence they have in this project and its main protagonist. Number 5. Monarch, Legacy of Monsters, Season 2. Look, this is not your typical series of giant monsters destroying cities senselessly. Here, what really matters are the people, their family secrets, and how their lives connect with creatures that have existed long before humanity walked the earth. The first season took us on an emotional journey spanning half a century, revealing the origins of the secret organization that studies the Titans. Father and son play the same character at different times in his life, and the dynamic between both actors works incredibly well on screen. The visual production is impressive, with special effects worthy of the movies in the cinematic universe, although some fans complain that there's not enough screen time for the creatures. But that's precisely part of the charm, building dramatic tension before the big reveals that leave you breathless. The cast includes recognized Hollywood names alongside emerging talents that pleasantly surprise. The second season promises to expand even further this universe that began in 2014. Number 4. The Lincoln Lawyer, Season 4. While other lawyers have luxurious offices in skyscrapers with panoramic views, this one prefers the back seat of his Lincoln Town Car to receive clients, and it works perfectly. The series based on Michael Connelly's novels combines legal drama with thriller in a way that keeps you hooked episode after episode without being able to stop. Each case seems impossible to win. The evidence points against, witnesses lie, but there's always a clever way to turn the situation around. Manuel Garcia Rulfo has managed to make completely his own a character that Matthew McConaughey previously played in film, and many say he has far surpassed him. Neve Campbell as the prosecutor ex-wife brings a very interesting dynamic to the plot. I mean, that constant tension between the love that still exists between them and the professional differences that separate them creates memorable moments. The only thing some criticize is that sometimes the pace drops a bit in the middle episodes, but the final twists always more than make up for the wait. Number 3. Paradise, Season 2. It's no coincidence that this series occupies this position in the ranking. The first season was nominated for the Emmy for Best Drama Series, and the lead performances received well-deserved recognition from specialized critics. What makes it deserve third place is the absolutely unique combination of mystery, political drama, and science fiction that doesn't resemble anything else on television currently. A Secret Service agent trapped in a nightmare where a former president was brutally murdered inside an underground bunker that hides devastating secrets for all humanity. The creator of This Is Us demonstrates he can do much more than make us cry with family dramas. Here he keeps you hooked while manipulating your emotions in completely unexpected ways. The final twist of the first season absolutely changed everything we thought we knew about the story. This second season promises to answer the question we're all asking ourselves: what really happened outside the bunker? Number 2. The Night Agent, Season 3. From answering a phone that never rang in the basement of the White House to chasing traitors through the streets of Istanbul, that has been the evolution of the protagonist of one of the most watched series in Netflix history, a meteoric rise that few characters achieve. In this third season, the mission is to locate a young treasury agent who fled with sensitive government information after murdering his own boss. What seems like a simple hunt turns into something much bigger when he discovers a dark money network that threatens to bring the government to its knees and expose secrets that nobody wants to come to light. Jennifer Morrison and Stephen Moyer join the cast, bringing dramatic weight. Let's say the romantic interest from previous seasons doesn't appear this time, things didn't end well between them, and it shows. What puts it in second place are its brutal audience numbers. The series was Netflix's most watched in 2023, and the second season didn't disappoint, so expectations for this return are very high. It's pure, well-executed action, fast pace and twists that keep you glued to the screen. Well, it has something few series achieve, being addictive without needing to reinvent anything, just being very good at what it does. Number 1. Bridgerton, Season 4. In elegant London high society of the early 19th century, 8 siblings from the powerful Bridgerton family seek true love while navigating dazzling balls, courtly intrigues, and the gossip of the mysterious Lady Whistledown, whose scandal column can destroy reputations with a single word. Each season follows the romantic story of a different sibling. This time, it's Benedict's turn, a bohemian artist who is captivated by a mysterious woman dressed in silver during a masquerade ball. She disappears, leaving only a white glove, and well, what Benedict doesn't know is that she is Sophie Beck, a young woman who works as a maid for the cruel Lady Araminta Gun. The story has all the elements of Cinderella, but with Bridgerton's characteristic drama. What firmly places this series in first place is its unprecedented cultural impact. Bridgerton doesn't just dominate the most watched lists, it literally changed the way period romance stories are told on television. It inspired an entire wave of similar productions, made period dresses fashionable, created a trend with its string quartet versions of modern pop songs. The truth is that more than a series, it's a phenomenon that transcends the screen and becomes global conversation every time it returns. And there you have it, 13 series that are totally worth it this February. From thrillers that will rob you of sleep to period dramas that will make you sigh. If you like this video, don't forget to leave your like, subscribe, and activate the bell so you don't miss our upcoming content. Tell me in the comments which of these series you're most excited to watch. See you in the next video.